Hi, we're running it back as Apollyon. I'm sorry about last episode. I'm also sorry that this one doesn't necessarily... hold on. I'm gonna try that again. Hi guys, welcome back. We're doing some Greedier in the Binding of Isaac. Sorry about last episode, and I'm sorry that this one isn't necessarily gonna go any better. I am gonna run it back as Apollyon, and I just think that in my head, being able to reroll, your items into stats is good. It gets less good when you reroll everything into luck and range, and then proceed to receive no luck-based upgrades. And so instead of like being very strong, you just have a lot of range. Like you can hit anything you need to hit, sure, but like that's about all you can do. I don't remember where we got to. Did we actually like make it to Ultra Greed and then die? I don't really remember. Hold on, my nose is itchy. There we go, I'm all better. There are some characters where it feels like you start out with less damage, but I know that that's just not true. Like Apollyon, for example. Anyway, how are you? What have you been up to? Playing Elden Ring? No way, me too. I beg your pardon? What? Since when? Are you kidding me? Hey guys, welcome back to the Binding of Isaac. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of Greedier. Sorry about last episode. This episode, I'm going to be running it back as Apollyon. Unfortunately, it's not necessarily going to go any better. For some reason, I feel like I've said all this before. I don't know. Life's just kind of strange like that sometimes. You know, what's it called? Deja vu, that's it. Speaking of deja vu, my goodness, Elden Ring sure is a lot like Dark Souls, except it's not, question mark. And then the title card rolls, and it's like, this is my Gamer News Network. Hi guys, welcome to Gamer News Network. Today we're going to be talking about the latest release from Software Games, Elden Ring. Oh my god, I'm brain off tonight, man. Hold on. Give me some damage or something? Yeah. That's more like it. Then we can kind of do something like this. This is maybe not a good idea, because sometimes the enemies spawn in there and then you can get a little bit of damage off on them, but also sometimes you get the meat boys. And when you get the meat boys, then it's just a bad time. Elden Ring. I'm not going to do it again. I've already done the bit now. But Elden Ring is obviously and unsurprisingly... Ow. You're kidding me. How many champions am I going to run into tonight, huh? Hi, also it's the evening. It's the evening. I've been playing Elden Ring. And I'm now recording Isaac. My sleep schedule is gone, by the way. I'm just like actually like sleeping during the day and awake at night. It's messed up. It's really bad. But it does mean that like I'm playing Elden Ring in like the after hours, in the twilight hours, when like the atmosphere hits best. It's really good. It's really good. I get everything that I had hoped I would get out of it. Oh, no. Which is, you know, a Dark Souls with a bit more of an... Oh my god. That was just a good run, man. That was just a good one. Okay, hold on. I don't feel off or anything. Hold on. Let me take this jacket off. Maybe that's the key. Maybe it's now because I'm just all Elden Ringed out. Or like Elden Ringed up, I should say. I I haven't played Isaac in a couple days. I've gone from playing it every day to having not played it for a few days. And I think maybe that's a bad thing. Because I've just lost my touch now. Not that I had much of a touch before, but I could at least get past the first wave of Greedia. Oh! This is pretty bad. I managed to get ahead of recordings this week, which I did, I think, unconsciously in time for Elden Ring. I wasn't really planning on that. But then I realized Elden Ring was coming, and I was like, oh, perfect, I can, like, take a day off of Isaac to play some Elden Ring. And so I did that. And I think it's maybe having a negative impact on the quality of the runs. This is just going to be something we're going to have to deal with for a minute until I find my flow again. Uh-oh. But it is, without going into it too much, but I feel like this is not spoiler-free zone. It's not, I'm not going to tell you, like, I'm not going to tell you what happens in the game. I'm going to give you, like, a vague overview of it, though. But, like, you know, I might consider that a bit spoilery. I'm gonna fucking die again? Are you for real? This can't be real. I'm dreaming this. This is a dream in which I never make it past the first wave of Greedia. This is a nightmare. Like, I know I say this is a nightmare a lot in episodes, but this is actually a nightmare. I don't want tears up in range. I will take damage and speed up. And we're gonna hope that the damage up is enough to get us through this wave. Because, my god. I need to get through here eventually. It's like Dark Souls, but like they leaned more into the RPG elements. It's no longer just like, here's a game that is a Soulsborne game and is very hard and has like a map that loops around on itself. It's like, here is an RPG in the style of Dark Souls. Or, you know, or here is Dark Souls in the style of a more traditional RPG, which is, it's great. It's really good. And it does feel like when you're playing it, it feels like this is maybe what FromSoft had originally envisioned for Dark Souls. You know? It feels like this could have been the original vision, this grand, great big world where you can go and do anything and, like, really immerse yourself in it, you know? I don't necessarily know the ins and outs of the story, but I will say that, like, I do feel free to do things in whatever order I choose, which is fantastic. Like, I feel truly free to play the game whichever way I want to, which is interesting, because I didn't feel that way from the very beginning. There was a very long period of time, maybe the first, like, 20-ish hours. I mean, I'm at 21, so actually the first, like, I want to say 17 hours. For the first 17 hours... Ooh, no bombs, though. That's kind of a bummer. I mean, it would have been the same price. I guess it doesn't matter that much. Ooh, thank you, thank you. Let's leave. Like, I got it into my head that this was a Dark Souls game. And so I was playing it like a Dark Souls game. And I was, you know, I was working my way through the bosses. And I was trying to clear the areas. I was kind of getting through zone by zone. And, in, like, the sort of the order that made the most kind of practical sense, right? But then I hit this roadblock where I got really stuck. I got incredibly stuck, and I didn't know how to progress. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, I feel too weak for these areas, but and I don't see any way to progress. But, like, I had, like, 3 different zones on the map that I was trying to complete, and I couldn't complete any of them. I was just kind of trapped in this leg of the game, thinking that, you know, there was something I was missing, or that I had, like, messed up and I was, like, not strong enough. I'd, like, dropped enough souls to screw myself or something, and I was gonna have to grind up. But, nicely enough, what happened in the end was I kind of Did some exploring. This is really good. We could get spun. I did some exploring. I don't really care for you. Speed and luck is not much better than what was offered. If anything, I should have just taken what was given to me. This is bad. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, so I got stuck, and then I just went back and I did some more exploring, and I kind of found a few more little areas that I hadn't been to before. And instead of... I thought I needed to level up more. Was what I thought. I was like, oh, I need to grind up and get more levels and stuff like that. Instead, what I did was, I went to this place that was like... It was one of the first things I saw when I started the game. And I just never thought to... I never thought to actually, like, indulge it. I just saw it and I was like, oh, I'll come back to you later, and then I never did. And I went and I did it, and I found a new weapon. And the new weapon was, like, perfect for me. It was exactly what I'd been looking for. Like I said a few times in the last week, I'm running a strength build, because I'm a big fiend for, like, a big heavy weapon. Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm running a strength build with, which was a problem because I hadn't found any strength weapons. So I was a little stuck because I had, you know, I had a weapon and it scaled with strength, not very well though. And so I found this new weapon that scaled better, and it, like, massively increased the amount of damage that I did. And I was like, oh, what the heck, I should have, like, come and checked here. I'm gonna get this for spun. I think that's my highest priority right now. Let's go ahead and try this pill. X-Lax? Sure, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. And then we might not be able to open... Yeah, we might not be able to open our room this floor, but we'll see. It'd be nice if we could. But I'm prepared to take that L in the interest of 11.69 damage on the second floor. Ooh. Awkward, 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 awkward. Don't throw, don't throw. But yeah, so I went and I got this new weapon, and it increased my damage a lot. A lot. And I was like, oh my god, wait, I might actually be able to beat this other boss that I was stuck on. And I went and I beat this other boss that I was stuck on. Bearing in mind, I had, like, gone and done so much stuff in this time. I had, like, run all around the place, doing all kinds of different sections of the game. 0.3 damage up, chance to destroy rocks and open doors with your tears. Do I care about that? I don't think so. I got a damage up and a range up, which I think it was a bigger damage up, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna take some HP, just to be on the safe side. And this is pretty fine, I think. So yeah, I got this new weapon, and I was like, oh my god, amazing. I went and fought the boss, I beat the boss. What happened was, I still hadn't quite realized what was going on yet. It was after that, ooh. Yeah. It was after that I beat this boss, and then I went through that area, and sort of out of a back door. And I came face to face, sorry, I was drinking some water. Face to face with this section of the map that I had seen somebody else play, but they had only just started the game. So, like, I didn't really understand how they could have already gotten there. And then I remembered that it's an open world game. And I was like, oh my god, Elden Ring is open world. You can go, there's like so much more to the map than I thought there was. I'm a fool for thinking that this was like Dark Souls and there was almost like a somewhat linear progression. And just by virtue of like opening the map up so that you can go anywhere, they've like completely changed the way that the game operates. Because like, you know, there's more like questing and stuff going on, and there's like, it's less about like, oh, I need to go and grind. It's, oh, I can go and explore this other stuff. It's kind of amazing. How, like, something so simple can make such a big difference. And no, don't give me the, like, something so simple can make a big difference, just like how they made the Pokemon bigger when they're alpha in Pokemon Legends Arceus, because that's not the same thing. It's a false equivalency. The alpha Pokemon is stupid, and people who think that that is like an attribute to the game is they're nuts. Okay? I'm glad we could settle that. Now let's check all of our items and stuff for this floor. In here. Explosivo is kind of interesting. And then it's you. Honestly, yeah. I'm taking it. It's kind of like a Chad item, IMO. Anyway. So, the moral of the story is I didn't realize the Elden Ring was an open world game despite being told that it was several times. And, it's less of a credit to Elden Ring and more of a discredit to me and my, like, reading comprehension. And, like, I'm kind of happy about that, because it means that, like, I've kind of had a second wind of Elden Ring. I got very into it, and then I got stuck, and then I got annoyed, and then I got really into it again. It's been really good. Ow. Hold on. I gotta... Yep. I'm a little bit scared of you, but if we get this freeze off... Yeah. That's nice. Angel deal? You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. Can I, like, bomb tier you? No, I cannot. Let's grab this. And we're in really good shape right now. I don't think we care about habit. We can go down. But yeah, so that's basically just like a story about how I'm, like, stupid. Ooh. More. Give me more. Make me more powerful. Brother Bobby. Yes, mother. We don't have anything that uses luck. I think we want to get rid of Brother Bobby before we want to get rid of the other thing. Mum's necklace. We sure do have a lot of damage, huh? Considering we haven't picked up any of the, like, crazy damage items. This could get a little hairy. This is kind of where we got Shrek'd last time. I've just realized that I've said Shrek'd, and I don't want there to be any misunderstanding. I'm not saying Shrek'd as in, like, the character Shrek. It's like an old meme. I'm not doing that. I'm doing the new meme, which is like schmovement and that kind of thing, okay? I'm schmoving. I'm Shrek'd. Don't Shrek yourself. That kind of thing, okay? It's different. It's funnier. Hold on. Easy. I can't be having a repeat of yesterday's wound. That was really nice. Those eyeballs could have really caused us some problems. I gotta get back into the monologue here. What else can I say about Elden Ring without spoiling any of it? I don't know if there's a lot. You gotta just kind of play it, man. I will say, and this isn't a diss, I just find it curious. There was a point right at the beginning where, just because it's how my brain works, I got frustrated with it. And now I'm just wondering why it's the case. I don't know if it's just, like, the reputation that Dark Souls has built up for itself. But, like, a lot of people that I know have been asking a lot of questions about the game. Whoa. I think my apartment's haunted or something. I'm getting, like, weird noises in my headphones and my lights are flashing. I think I'm gonna die. Hard to say for sure. Might be something to do with the Russia-Ukraine situation. That's, like, not a good joke, but also, like, I don't know. There's a fear in my body right now that I wish I was joking about. This is the life that we're leading at the moment. I guess I'm quite happy to record this and put it in. And, like, let people watch it, if anyone does watch it. Smile. Out of solidarity, question mark? Uploading Isaac content in solidarity? Sorry, I was looking behind me. I got real spooked for some reason. I mean, I'm already quite a paranoid person. That's just how my brain works a lot of the time. But living in these, you know, for lack of a better term, unprecedented times, there we go. Yeah, I'll take a holy mantle. And then we can go down. Hey, it's kind of like with a Lost, but like better. It's unsettling. It's very unsettling. And I know that, like, oh, whoop-de-doo, you get to be unsettled while other people have a much worse time. Like, I agree. It's fucked. And I don't take that for granted at all. And it's very scary. It's scary to see, you know, what could happen. I said I wasn't going to talk about this, but, like, it just kind of slipped out, man. It's on people's minds. I remember that, like, when COVID was kicking off, YouTube were, like, super hard on people mentioning it. Like, you weren't allowed to talk about COVID. I'm just kind of like... I get, like, I think there was something to do with, like, preventing the spread of misinformation and stuff like that. Which I 100% agree with. But also, like, these are people, man. You can't expect them to not talk about it. It's dominating our lives. This is kind of dominating people's lives, you know? By this, I mean, like, the other stuff that's going on. It's been a rough few years. And, like, I went through a real patch of... And this is now just, like, the therapy hour. I went through a real patch of, like, you know, wondering, is this the way it's always been, and this is just what getting into your 20s is like? You know, you just start to become more aware of things, and you're like, this is all messed up. But I don't think that's the case. I do feel like we're living in some extremely turbulent times. Like, things are getting wilder than they ever have been. Rolling that, or consuming that. Range and damage. We've gotten a lot of damage boosts, which is something at least. Oh, we can do this? I forgot I could have done this on the last floor. Goodbye. Ow! That's fine. That's fine. We can afford to get hit because we have the Holy Mantle. Yeah, it's tough. You can't really expect people to not talk about it. At least, like, you know... I don't know, non-professional folks? Maybe some of them consider themselves professional if you do stop talking about it. But also, maybe just talk about it. My life has become kind of dominated by the idea that inaction equals action since about, like, 6 years ago. I shouldn't have done that. I mean, it's not a big problem. It's teratoma, but, like, I shouldn't have opened... I should have gone through the door first to reset my Holy Mantle. But no, I think that, like, there's a little more going on here. That's not to say that nothing's been going on before now, but, like, I don't think that it's just part of getting older to be like, everything's fucked. Like, people who were reaching this kind of age before us, oh my god, may also have been thinking, oh my god, this is fucked. But not necessarily for the same reasons, and it's not just because they were reaching this age. There's just stuff going on. A life in which there isn't this kind of shit going on is entirely achievable, but we have to come together to do it. There's a little moral for you at the end. We got Seraphim, huge. This is me right now, up on my soapbox, preaching all that good stuff. Yeah, that's about it, man. I got a little spooked for a second. There's absolutely no good reason to. It's probably just some, like, power thing somewhere. Someone's, like, someone's throwing their shoes onto the power lines. But, like, when you know, when you're watching videos online, I mean, I know folks who have been complaining that, complaining feels like the wrong word, too, because it makes it feel like, I don't know, kind of petulant. But I don't think there's anything petulant about, like, you know, like, being stressed out or as a result of all social media becoming, like, documentation on a war that's going on in the world right now. You might be able to say, like, oh, well, you know, at least you're not in it, get over it. But, like, it's stressful, it's worrying. You can't tell yourself that nothing's gonna get to you. That's not an easy thing to convince yourself. If it can happen to them, it can happen to you. Let's do this, then this, then this. I mean, That's not to say it will by any means. I don't think I don't think we should think about it like that. But I think it's not reasonable to tell people to like get over it or whatever. Why don't you get over the fact that they're not over it? Why don't you grow up and stop caring? That was pretty good. Hey, love the haunt. Big fan of the haunt. Up the haunt. Mon the haunt. Are we done? Nope, does you? We done? Okay. I don't have too much more to talk about. I'm trying to save up the Elden Ring talk because it is gonna dominate the next who knows how long. And I think if I can leave it as late as possible for spoilers, that's ideal. You know, catch me in like a couple days just talking about like the bosses and how I found them. I'll say this much. I'm a much bigger fan of like guy with sword than I am four-legged beast when it comes to enemies in games like Dark Souls. Ooh. I don't really care about any of this. What if we did this? Okay, maybe I shouldn't. Oh, short speed and tears. That's not too bad. Let's leave. And then we can go up here. We got a lot of HP. We should be fine. In all honesty, we should be fine. Let's open this. Okay. We can use this in like a pinch, maybe. But yeah, I mean, if you were waiting for my recommendation, which I don't know why you would be, I've not really given you much reason to want it. You've watched me play The Binding of Isaac and complain about Nintendo games. That's sort of the basis that you've got to go on. So maybe you're like a Nintendo hater, in which case, like, welcome. I do highly recommend it, and I do think that like they hit what they were going for, from what I've heard anyway, in terms of Elden Ring being a Dark Souls that's a little more accessible for everybody, as a result of it being so open world. It maybe takes a little bit of like learning and getting used to that information, that you can go and do anything. I don't know, again, if this is just to do with like things that I've learned. Oh, that's what I was talking about earlier. I'll get back to it in a second, but anyway. That like, you know, if a boss is too hard, go fight another guy. Go fight someone else, get some more juice, then come back and fight that boss when you're stronger, and like two-shot him. And then feel like a badass. You're like, oh my god, this guy was so weak before, I can totally kick his butt now. It's pretty good. Anyway, the thing I was talking about before is that a lot of people that I know have been asking questions about the game, which, you know, before I would maybe like Google stuff, but for the most part I was kind of in blind and like trying to figure things out as I went. And then Googling stuff when it came down to like, oh, I'm in the later stages of the game and I want to, you know, I want to construct a PvP build. What are like some good strength scaling weapons? Or like, oh, how do I get more crafting resources? Which, you know, fair enough. But like, we're talking like a lot of like, hey, should I go fight this guy? I've got like a bunch of souls, but I don't know if it's a good idea. What if I die? Or like, hey, do you know what like this spell does? Do you know if this weapon's any good? Do you know if this is good? Do you know, like, it's just curious to me. Because you could just try it and see how it feels. You know what I mean? And again, this is not meant to be me like roasting anyone. There was a point at which I was like, hey, shut up, this is annoying. And I've now kind of superseded that in favor of just being like, I wonder why. I wonder why like people don't want to just figure these things out. They want to be told about them. Which is sort of the inverse of what Dark Souls is all about. If Dark Souls is the game where you just figure it out. And maybe that's the rep that Dark Souls has for itself. Maybe that's the reason it's always been so niche. Maybe it needs a little bit more of that to really, really hit home in the mainstream market. I don't know. I'm literally just like a guy. Ow. I gotta stop walking into all these bombs. I do like that they drop money, though. Ow, 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 ow. I don't like that I drop money. Ooh. Ow. We've saved up a lot of cash here. I've massively undervalued until the last couple of episodes how much money you make doing the final stage of Greedia. We got the Black Rune, that's kind of cool. We have 70 coins here to donate. Don't break. It's very important that you don't break. Very nice. 892 is very good. We need 2 more good runs, and we're out of here. We have Bethany left to complete Greedier on. If we had deemed it worthwhile to unlock... if we had deemed it worthwhile to unlock the Lost when we had the chance a while ago, then we could have done that. Unfortunately, I didn't. So sorry. Anyway, it's nice to get a dub for an episode again. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you had a good time. I sure did. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!